Yo, 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 your boy's back with the most hilarious breakdown in hip-hop history. And I'm about to expose something that had me crying when I finally realized it. Like, I had to pause the track, rewind it, and just sit there in disbelief at the audacity. So check this out. Kendrick Lamar drops Not Like Us, right? And this track is surgical. Every single bar is calculated, every single line is truth. Every single word is designed to destroy Drake's entire existence. But there's one line, just one line in this entire masterpiece where Kendrick lied. And when I caught it, I was like, yo, this man really just said that with a straight face? Reminder, this content is for comedic and entertainment purposes only. Nothing presented here is intended to be factual, defamatory, or taken seriously. Viewer discretion is advised. Laugh responsibly. Let me play it for you real quick. The audience not dumb, Drake. They're not slow.
Shape the stories how you want. Hey Drake, they're not slow. Rabbit hole is still.
No, some of them are actually fucking slow. Like 80% of them are actually slow. Kendrick, you're giving them far too much credit, trust me.
Drake's fans will point to any reaction as proof that the trolling is working.
I'm doing what COVID did. They'll never get over it. What a true statement. Ladies and gentlemen, Akadiddy and Aiden Ross are still trying to slander Kendrick and somehow still catching L's. How is Kendrick not saying anything and y'all still losing? Ladies and gentlemen, we got a video today. Aiden Ross and Academics tried to diss Kendrick and the fans and took another L. Let's go.
Oh, people are talking about Drake. That means he's winning. No. People are talking about how he lost. That's not winning. That's being the punchline. This is like saying people are talking about the Titanic. That means it was a successful voyage. Like, yeah, people are talking about it because it sank. Drake's fans have confused attention with success. They think as long as people are talking about Drake, he's winning. But there's good attention and bad attention, and Drake is getting bad attention. When people talk about Drake now, they're talking about how he got destroyed by Kendrick, how he sued over a diss track, how he's not really part of hip-hop culture, how he's a culture vulture, how he's fake. That's not trolling, that's reputation damage. But the fans will spin it. Oh, Drake is so smart, he's making everyone talk about him. Yeah, they're talking about how he lost. That's not smart, that's embarrassing. Let me give you another comparison. Imagine a comedian tells a joke and nobody laughs. And then he says, I was trolling, I wanted you not to laugh. That was the joke. Would that make sense? No, because the point of comedy is to make people laugh. If nobody laughs, you failed. Same with Drake. The point of a rap beef is to win. If you lose, you lost. You can't retroactively claim you were trolling. But Drake's fans have created this alternate reality where losing is actually winning if you claim you were trolling.
Nah, this is all bad, you guys. Listen, man, calling somebody a K-bot might be funny online, but once you're actually out there in the real world and you're actually meeting people that's legit Kendrick fans, that's when you come to realize the actual impact of Kendrick Lamar. Last night, you guys, DJ...
These are people who still believe that... I mean... Academics doesn't believe this because Academics is a grifter. He's just a grifter. Like he's just like he'll grift for Trump. He'll grift for. That's why I said like Academics is no better than Rory. And this moment when Rory's getting attacked and he tried to have some build some social cash. Like, no, you're a loser too, bro. I'm gonna keep it tall. I'm more willing to hear a Rory out than I'm willing to hear you out. I've seen your actions in real life. I've seen how you move, brother. You feel what I'm saying? You go soft shoe, you a raccoon too. And they're like, what are you talking about, nigga? Don't nobody look at you like you part of this or nigga, you part of the group. You might as well be with them, nigga. Like
Academics ran into a Kendrick Lamar fan that basically destroyed his entire narrative about Kendrick fans being bots. And also his wild claims about Kendrick Lamar fans not really knowing his entire music catalog. It's always easy to criticize somebody behind the computer screen, but sometimes when you're out there meeting people, life always finds a way to humble you.
It's insane. And the mental gymnastics get even worse when you look at Drake's actual behavior. If Drake was really trolling, why did he file lawsuits? Trolls don't sue, they laugh it off. If Drake was really trolling, why did he withdraw the lawsuits? Trolls don't back down. If Drake was really trolling, why hasn't he responded with music? Trolls keep going. Drake's behavior is not consistent with trolling. It's consistent with someone who got destroyed and is trying to save face. But the fans will ignore all of this evidence and stick to their narrative. He's trolling. It's all performance art. Performance art? This man's career is on the line and they're calling it performance art? This is like watching someone's house burn down and saying, "This is a beautiful art installation." Like, no, that's a disaster. The delusion has reached peak levels. And here's the ultimate irony. By claiming Drake is trolling, his fans are actually admitting that he lost the actual beef. Think about it. If Drake was winning on the music, they wouldn't need to claim he's trolling. They just point to his bars. But they can't point to his bars because Kendrick destroyed him. So they have to create this alternative narrative where losing is actually part of the plan. It's the ultimate cope. It's the final stage of denial. We didn't lose. We were just pretending to lose. It was all a troll. No, you lost. Accept it and move on. But Drake's fans can't accept it because accepting it would mean admitting they were wrong, and their egos can't handle that. So they'll keep spinning, keep creating narratives, keep performing mental gymnastics. And that's why Kendrick's line, "the audience not dumb," is such a lie. Because Drake's fans are dumb. They're so dumb that they'll watch their favorite artist get destroyed and call it trolling.
Cool Ranch chip Doritos, bro. Like, what
Now, to be honest with you guys, I'm actually still shocked that Academics is still running with this narrative about Kendrick, especially after he went to Kendrick's show. A couple months ago, DJ Academics actually went to one of Kendrick Lamar's GNX show. He saw how his fans were rocking with his music.
Yeah,
he saw how the entire place was sold out.
K-Bots is hit. But it was playing Katie like that game. You feel me? Congrats to K-Dot and SZA, you know? You only can sell out a stadium if you got a little pop fans. But them K-Bots you see that be like doing the weird shit, not here, bro. And we in Detroit, this is the blackest city. I popped out to the blackest city, nigga.
What do you mean? He said, I popped out to the blackest city. I'm not even gonna get into that. You could see how he said that, and he's trying to prove something to himself. I popped out to the blackest city. Shut your ass up, nigga. And then he goes, those K-Bots that are in the internet, they're not here. How do you know? How do you know? Like, Academics is such a loser, brother. Like, he's just doing this. He don't believe what he said. That's why you can't sell out stadiums unless you got the pop fans. The K-Bots are here, but the K-Bots that are on the internet aren't here, even though there's no way to prove that. Like, Academics sounds smart to stupid people.
The delusion is complete. The denial is total. The mental gymnastics are Olympic level. Now let's zoom out and appreciate the genius of what Kendrick did, because this is where it gets really interesting. Kendrick's verse is surgical. Every bar is calculated. Every line has multiple meanings. Every word is chosen with purpose. He's breaking down how Drake manipulates public perception, how he uses his fan base as a shield, how he relies on people being too dumb to see through his act. And then, in the middle of this surgical breakdown, Kendrick says, the audience not dumb. Drake, they're not slow. Now, on the surface, this seems like Kendrick is being respectful to the general public. He's saying, people can see through your BS, Drake. But here's the genius. Kendrick is actually manipulating us with this line. He's giving Drake's fans more credit than they deserve. He's being too generous. And by doing so, he's actually making them look worse when they prove him wrong. It's reverse psychology at its finest. Kendrick says, the audience not dumb, and then Drake's fans proceed to prove they are dumb by defending the indefensible. It's like when you tell a kid, I know you're smart enough not to touch the hot stove, and then they immediately touch the hot stove. Kendrick set the trap, and Drake's fans walked right into it.
2002, and he just got done listening to Get Rich or Die Trying. Boy, if you don't get that Winston music video outfit, the fuck out of here, bruh. If you don't get that DMX Rough Riders anthem outfit, the fuck. They got the do-rag with the fitted. Nigga, 50 coming at the stereo. Face ass nigga. I bet you it's two-tone too. I bet you wearing a two-tone, and I guarantee there ain't no way that do-rag don't smell like corn chips. That boy got a wave cap under the, oh my God, nigga. This nigga dressed like a middle school math teacher who's trying to look like he relates to the kids. This nigga dressed like he stopped listening to music and consuming black art when Peaches and Cream came out.
The hype about Kendrick. While Academics and Aiden Ross were shopping last night on stream, these guys were going to the Playboy Cardi concert. They ran into a Kendrick Lamar fan that was working at the store. Academics actually put this...
And he was a little boy, so Academics went right to him. Hold on, let's talk to him.
This kid to the test, fully expecting him to fumble and eventually prove his points about Kendrick Lamar. But this kid not only proved Academics wrong about Kendrick, but he also exceeded expectations. Here it is.
So over there, since we're on stream,
before we even get to it, this boy got the do. Oh my God! No matter how far you go, bruh. I know exactly who Academics is. Academics was like that musty kid growing up. Like he was like the kid who like might have got made fun of. He might have been like super Jamaican. And you know, I hate when people do that. Then he might have ran into some ignorant niggas who were just roasting him for that. So he's never felt quite accepted, especially when it comes with black people. He's never felt quite accepted. So he has this weird chip on his shoulder, and that's why he moves the way he moves. But I could tell, brother. I can tell. Got a lot of cousins who got the same story. I got a lot of I can smell it in your DNA, nigga. You got made fun of too many times because niggas wasn't really tapped into their roots or whatever. You got made fun of. A nigga said you smell like oxtail too much, and now you got this chip on your shoulder. That's what it is, brother. I know, bro. And I'm gonna keep it real. That happened to you when you. I'm telling you, it wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault. I don't like you at all, but I've seen it happen. It wasn't your fault. You gotta grow up past that, gang. He's still reeling over what Meek Mill did to him. Academics is not doing this because he enjoys it. He's doing it for revenge. And he's never getting the revenge because the last 2 years, I don't think there's been too many people who've taken more public L's to their brand, their name, or what they look like than Ak. Like, Ak is walking around as a whole, people be like, oh yeah, the creepy nigga Ak, like that's literally his.
It's alright.
huh? Kendrick?
Alright.
He cool?
Exactly, but I know you fuck with Kendrick a lot, right?
What you mean like a lot? Like we cool?
He's a Kendrick guy, no? Online.
Me?
Fucking with Kendrick.
And Academics is too. This is the same thing that Erykah Badu did to him. That's why I say Academics is actually stupid. Academics doesn't realize this kid is roasting him right now. And he's like, yeah, nigga, because we saw how you react to Not Like Us. We know that you're an actual diehard Kendrick fan. We remember what you were saying in the show with Joe Budden in Nadeska. We remember. So he's making fun of you. Academics just not smart enough to click in it. Right? Especially in real time. Academics is a basement dweller internet nigga. So if he has time to think, nah, not on the foot in real life. You could tell. This kid is applying pressure. He just, oh yeah, you're an academic. You like Kendrick, right? He's trolling him and Academics don't even get it.
You know?
Nigga, you must be out of your mind. Nigga, like, nah, he cool.
That's what I see clips of you blazing Kendrick, no?
Nah,
He's
Kendrick.
top 5, right?
Nah, Kendrick's ass. Like,
That's your top
We saw clips of you glazing Kendrick, and Kendrick's your top 5. Not Like Us was one of your most played songs the year it dropped. This kid is bodying Ak, and Ak don't even realize it. That's why I said Ak is only good in debates on the internet with stupid people. This kid is sunning him right now in real life, and he doesn't know how to handle it.
Top 15.
Top 15.
Yeah. You fuck with Drake?
He looked dead at the cameras of top 15, like there's not evidence of you lying about that.
Yeah, like, he's funny.
Drake the best, man. This nigga shot mess with Kendrick, man. Kendrick ain't no fucking top 5. What the hell we talking about?
Oh, what's your top 5 then?
Drake.
Except for he was in your top 5 most listened songs.
All 5 spots. Name 5 Kendrick songs. Gun to your head right now. Name 5 Kendrick songs.
And this sounds alright. We got Count Me Out, we got Duckworth, we got Pride, we got Love, we got XX.
That's a K-pop, man. All right, man. Get more shit. Yeah.
Nice. There you go.
Wow. Do you see when he's confronted in real life? I hope you niggas see that there's this whole facade that he thinks he's tough. If academics is one of the stupidest, I'm telling you, brother, this kid flamed him. That was a freestyle, just off the top.
We trying to have fun, you feel me? Like, they cut that verse. No key, that shit hit.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, just remember, you're getting judged by a Kendrick fan right now. You're getting judged by a K-bot.
Look how Pesci getting though. Look how Pesci getting though. Wow. Wait, you care?
No.
Wait, can you name 5 songs?
Yeah, he did like 20.
Off the new album. Yeah. Okay, I can name the whole album. Oh wait, Mr. Morale. Can you name 5 songs of Mr. Morale? Count Me Out, Worldwide Steppers, N95. You know, there's Auntie Diaries. I ain't gonna lie. I give you props to that. I'm not gonna lie. That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Yo, if he remembers 5 songs from an album where a dude said his auntie's a man, it's a strong man right there, man.
Hey, bro, what was he saying?
Not one person laughed at that. I mean, and I'm sure his auntie will whoop your ass, nigga. Like, what?
In that song, though, think about it, bro.
He said he got touched. I felt bad for him.
That was a different song, bro. Like, no.
I just.
The point was that he didn't get touched. It's about generational trauma.
Academics is stupid, nigga. He don't understand what he's listening to, nigga.
They thought he got touched. They was playing with his booty hole. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, if you're gonna hate, at least listen to it.
At least listen.
Now you know you're.
Ain't nothing to say. Body bag.
Kendrick gave them a compliment they didn't deserve, and they turned it into a roast of themselves. Genius, brilliant, legendary. This is why Kendrick is the GOAT. This is why Not Like Us is a masterpiece. This is why Drake's career is over. Not commercially, he'll still make money, but culturally, he's done. The culture has moved on. Hip-hop has rejected him, and his fans are the only ones who don't see it because they're slow, they're dumb, they're delusional, and we just spent 40 minutes proving it. So thank you for joining me on this journey. Thank you for witnessing this roast. Thank you for appreciating real hip-hop. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share this video with anyone who needs to understand the truth. And remember, in hip-hop, authenticity always wins. Bars always beat excuses, and reality always catches up. Drake's fans can perform mental gymnastics all they want. They can spin narratives. They can create alternative realities. But at the end of the day, the truth is simple. Kendrick won. Drake lost. And Not Like Us is the most devastating diss track in hip-hop history. That's the truth. That's the reality. That's what the culture knows. And if Drake's fans are too slow to accept it, that's on them. Your boy out. Peace.